of access to virtual classes. It also says students can the U.S.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck, Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake.
Make no mistake.
Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy. Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Ever tried catching a fish with your bare hands or hunting a deer with a stick? Don't be that guy. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we've got all the hunting and camping gear you need. We're your one-stop shop for outdoor adventure.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Check us out at mandansportinggoods.com, or better yet, stop in to 210 East Main Street, Mandan, North Dakota. Mandan Sporting Goods, where the outdoors meets functionality. Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed Sunday. Take up arms at Mandan Sporting Goods. Your adventure starts here.
Looking for the best gun gear for every and any situation? Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton LaserCraft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton LaserCraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton LaserCraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton LaserCraft, where memories are engraved.
Better late than never. 2011 on this day, Neil Diamond finally into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, along with Alice Cooper, Tom Waits, Dr. John. Might have been the right place, supposed to be the wrong time. Darlene Love and Leon Russell.
Where it began
Would make for an interesting show.
I can't begin to know.
Alice might have to water his presentation down a
I
bit.
know it's growing strong.
Dakota Mornings, Michael Bell after 9. John Oderman, Ron Ness from the North Carolina National Guard, Sergeant Alexis Ashoff, and Senator Kevin Kramer all on the way. Dakota Mornings with Michael Bell after 9. Clay and Buck after 11. The KFYR Cafe, Daryl Lease after 3. And State AA hits the air at 6:30 tonight here on KFYR with the boys, girls on Fox Sports 710 starting at 1. Guns in the 701 next.
It's a new talk show just for the Dakotas. Dakota Mornings with Michael Bell. Weekdays from 9 till 11 on KFYR 550, 99.7, and iHeartRadio.
Our iHeartRadio Music Awards are coming back Monday, March 17th on Fox.
Celebrating the music and artists you've loved on iHeartRadio over the past year and giving you an exclusive first look at the biggest new songs coming in the summer of 25.
Bad Bunny, Billie Eilish,
Glorilla, Gracie Abrams,
Kenny Chesney,
Money Long,
Nelly.
Your host, LL Cool J.
Watch live on Fox Monday, March 17th, starting at 7 p.m.
And listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
My dad works in B2B marketing, but I never really knew what that meant. Then one day my dad came by my school for career day and told everyone in my class he was a big ROAS man. Then he just kept saying things like, the bigger the ROAS, the better, over and over. My friends still laugh at me to this day. I think it means calculating a return on ad spend. One thing's for sure, I'll be known as the ROAS man's kid for the rest of my days. Why couldn't you just be a fireman or a lawyer? Why? You ruined my life, Dad.
Not everyone gets B2B, but LinkedIn has the people who do. And with ads on LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people based on job title, industry, likelihood to buy, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/credit to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/credit. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
We are coming up on St. Patrick's Day. You know, the luck of the Irish. Do you make practical decisions based on being lucky? Do you have one agent representing only one company for your home and auto insurance? Are you hoping they're lucky enough to have the best coverage at the best price? Forever? With one single option? The Canopy Group believes you deserve more than luck when it comes to your home and auto insurance. You need to rely on a process. The Canopy Group process carefully selects their 50 professionals and hand selects their 16 companies. This due diligence results in the best coverage at the best price. Visit thecanopygroup.com.
If you own single-family homes and want to rent them out, there are two ways to go about it. The hard way and the renter's warehouse way. The hard way means that your bookkeeper, handyman, real estate agent, rent collector, receptionist, marketing agent, tenant handholder-in-chief, complaint box monitor, and Then there's the renter's warehouse way, where you're the boss and you have people, aka Renter's Warehouse, to do all of that. Their job is to support your investment. Whether it's one house or dozens, you'll get their full attention, and you can access and track everything easily from your homeowner's portal. View your rental income and expenses, tracking maintenance requests, and everything else while Renter's Warehouse does the heavy lifting. And since their pricing is transparent, you understand your costs and what you're getting, and that there will never be additional fees. In fact, with their tenant warranty included, if a tenant defaults, they'll replace them for free. Renter's Warehouse takes care of business. You cash the rent checks. Go to renterswarehouse.com for a free rental price analysis. That's renterswarehouse.com.
That moment you realize you're not having a hot flash? That's a not flash. Having a not flash means fewer hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause. This moment is brought to you by 100% hormone-free Vioza. Veoza is a prescription treatment for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known as VMS, or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause. The reduction in the number and severity of hot flashes is based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ready to experience more not flashes? Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or visit askaboutveoza.com. That's askaboutveozah.com.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite new thing.
But did you know that you can make almost anything a preset? Your favorite local station, sure, but your favorite podcast, that amazing playlist you made for free, even iHeart stations you can't get on the radio, like Alt 2K, Indie Radio, and Smells Like the 90s.
That's a game changer.
Whatever you choose, it's as easy as a tap to make a preset. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
817 going to the 701. Clay, how are you?
Oh, pretty good. I don't think we're going to get the weather you guys are talking about, and that's okay with me.
Well, and most of it's really going to go east of us here, so
yeah.
we're not going to get the weather we've talked about all week either. And yeah, my heart ain't broken.
No, we are going to get the wind, though. They never get that wrong.
Yeah, they never seem to get that wrong. But yeah, I had the convertible out the other day, so it figures it's going to snow one more time, and then I got
there. See what you did?
I know, right? Jinx. Got to get that moved far enough over to get the snowblower back out and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, we always get nailed with one in March or April, it seems like, right before I start calving. So
exactly. I'll always remember April 97 when we got nailed.
That was horrible.
Oh, man, that was just for the ages.
Yeah, I don't want to have another one like that for a long
17.3 inches of fluff and 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts, so you can't do anything with it, but just wait.
Yeah, it was horrible. I remember when that all melted off. Holy cow, up here on the Cedar River, there was huge ice jams coming through, and it was something to see, because I don't think I've ever seen Cedar that full since.
I'm pretty sure some folks in Grand Forks remember that river going up a little bit.
Oh, yeah, about positive.
We had a radio station underwater, in fact. I don't know if we own that one yet, but yeah, XL93 was sitting under feet of water back before they
flat over there.
Well, yeah. So if the water starts getting up, guess what? Everybody gets it because it's flat.
Yep. Flat and spreads out. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh well.
Kind of like commies after our 2A rates, right? They just spread out and cause havoc. Right?
No doubt. Clay Peterson here. It's Guns of the 701 Fridays on KFYR 819. So Montana House is looking to tell the locals, we'll take care of that for you.
Yeah, and then rightfully so. When it comes to the Second Amendment, it's a constitutional right, and just like our North Dakota Constitution, it's even stronger. Here in North Dakota, and it's kind of funny to see that Montana gets it, and then overwhelmingly when this bill went up for its first reading, its first passage, we had a similar one introduced right here in North Dakota to ban all red flag laws, and it failed. So we got a lot of work to do here, and anybody puts an R by their name and didn't vote for it, you should be on the chopping block probably in the primary, because it's very important to pass that, because the municipalities, counties, any localities do not have the power to confiscate your private property, that being a firearm, without due process. And that's what a red flag law is. So they got this passed out here on a 54-45 vote. In Montana, and imagine this: when you pull up the voting record in Montana, all Democrats and three what I would call fake Republicans voted for it. Otherwise, everybody else voted against it. Everybody else voted for it, and it passed. So it was a great thing to see this happen. And I kind of like what the sponsors said about this. They said that it bans local municipalities and the state from doing an extreme risk protection order. Otherwise, those are known as red flag laws. And under Biden, they actually opened this up for more expansion by putting grants out there for any state, local, municipality, any local government that wanted to get these grants to help institute a red flag law or extreme protection order. And that's the problem. It was all funded by federal money, and we needed to have laws like that. Well, Montana's taken that step. Of course, when you go forth and you see that the Democrats or even the fake Republicans out there get up and speak on it, well, I love what the Republican sponsor said. It's a common sense measure. It makes sure individuals are not deprived of just not their Second Amendment, to keep and bear arms, but it also protects their Fourth and Fifth Amendments, which is going to protect you from having your due process trampled and having your private property confiscated temporarily. Think about that, Todd. Temporarily confiscated. I don't know about you, but confiscated is confiscated.
Well, I mean, that's just it. Do you really believe temporarily? I mean, what's the system going to be for getting it all returned to everybody?
It's pretty tough. Even when I was working for the NRA, we got calls like that all the time, especially out of Cass County. That's where it took place the most. But we had some happen over by Belfield, too. They temporarily confiscated this guy's firearm. In the end, he was found to be okay, and it was fine, and he wasn't liable. I mean, it was a whole situation. But he had one hell of a time getting his firearms back. I know that our legal division got involved in a couple of them cases when I alerted them to it, because they didn't want to give it. It's a civil, it's a civil matter. It's a civil forfeiture of your property. It's not right. They shouldn't be able to take it without guilt being established, and that happens in a court of law. You should not be able to confiscate people's private property unless they're guilty. There may be the exception if you're involved and you use that firearm and it's obvious, you should be able to take that into evidence, but then it should be returned. And that's the problem. You have to spend a ton of money to get your own private property returned after you're found innocent. Now, if you're guilty, you're guilty. So that's what this kind of does. Red flag laws are not a new thing. We actually had a couple bills trying to, in the last few sessions that tried to establish that in North Dakota. So I would love to see a bill like this in Montana make it through the North Dakota legislature, and I have no doubt that the most pro-Second Amendment governor we probably had, Kelly Armstrong, would sign it. We just got to get it to his desk. And kudos to the Montana Republicans out there. They pushed this through, and I think you're going to see this make it across the finish line. It's a great bill, and it protects your Second Amendment from your local entities that might trample on your rights.
And the first local entity that's going to try it anyway, even though they're not going to make it, will be somebody who's a transplant from California.
Probably. And, we already saw some of this. And the Supreme Court of North Dakota backed the people, and that was out in Fargo when they were trying to make it so that gun dealers couldn't be in certain areas. There's been a couple cases that went to North Dakota Supreme Court. So luckily our Supreme Court sides with the Second Amendment. So I think we should have a bill like that and have it in the law and put it into our century code, because that would just stop all of it. A school, a county, nobody could take the federal money, which I imagine is going to dry up under this current administration, but who knows with the next one? You don't know. You're only guaranteed that for 4 years. So
the second they take over Miles City, we better get a fortress around North Dakota, so they'll take us over too.
Kidding. Yeah, I like Miles City. Great bucking horse sale every year. But
yeah, as long as Miles City's safe, then we're still safe. But
yeah, our last line.
Because once they reach Glendive, forget it. I mean, they're practically here at that point.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. So yeah, Montana's a big state. 700 and some miles across.
But it's a long way from California, and they made it. So what's another couple of 100 miles?
That's right. That's right.
Watch for it there. Clay Guns with the 701 here. So DeSantis had to repeal the Parkland gun control measures.
Yeah, I liked what he said in his State of the State address. That's That's what you want to hear from a governor. And DeSantis, of course, we know he ran against Trump, did not make it through the primary. A lot of people were really, they were really mad at DeSantis for even trying to make a run. I wasn't mad at him for it either. You know what? It was great to see a bunch of people in there. But you know what? DeSantis has always been pretty pro-Second Amendment. This is no different. You got to remember, 2018 when Parkland happened, it was a knee-jerk reaction. I remember when this was going through. And, of course, you had Governor Rick Scott, and that's why I was kind of shocked that he got a position within the Trump administration, the second one. But Rick Scott signed this. And whether it was from pressure from people or he felt he had to do something, I always hate that when you have a tragedy like that. Well, we got to do something. Well, not necessarily. If it's against
Look up pandering in the dictionary. That's what that is. It's pandering.
Exactly. And you're not supposed to do that with our rights.
Exactly.
You know, David Hogwash, that idiot, he visited Bismarck too, but he was down there pushing it. Well, DeSantis went and gave his State of the State address, and that's what he went after. He completely signaled out the red flag laws and the minimum age issue, which, by the way, we've talked about it even here. 18 to 20-year-olds are winning in court cases, and it's based on Bruin. And they're saying, wait a second, you're not a second-class citizen. You enjoy the same rights and privileges as everybody else that's 21 and older. And if you're going to be an adult at 18, then you're an adult. And we're seeing that go for it a lot in a lot of these court cases that are working their way up to the Supreme Court. So I think that the governor is spot on this. He also pointed out about the bump stocks, which, again, we've had some good decisions in courts on that now, since they essentially were outlawed in a way through regulation in the ATF. So I'm really glad to see that we have a very pro-gun governor, DeSantis, and who knows, we might see him make a run for 2028. It might be his time. I don't know. But I just have a sneaking suspicion he's going to jump into that primary race. And this won't hurt his reputation as a pro-Second Amendment guy if he can get this through. It'll be up to the legislature, of course, but he definitely will sign it. I have no doubt.
Lee Peterson, Guns of the 701, it's 828. We've got more on the way on KFYR.
KFYR 550.
Coming up on the Friday edition of the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show, we thought we got so many great executive orders the first month. How could there be more? Turns out the Trump administration has not yet begun to fight the deep state. We will get into all of the latest on that. Plus, be joined by a new voice from the West Wing, Anna Kelly, White House Deputy Press Secretary, on what we can expect in the days and weeks ahead, coming up on Clay and Buck.
This morning at 11 on KFYR.
It's Mitchell in the morning. KFYR 550.
North Dakota, not the only place a little short of snow. The latest drought status update for the western U.S. highlights abysmal snow for Arizona and New Mexico. What that'll mean. And the National Wheat Foundation accepting entries for its 10th annual yield contest. Those are coming up. I'm Todd Mitchell, pinch hitting on the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report.
There are a lot of black-hided Angus bulls on the market, but not all are registered. Why take that risk? Don't gamble on unproven genetics. Invest wisely with Registered, powered by Angus bulls. Backed by the power of data of the American Angus Association and 80 million data points, Registered Angus bulls give you confidence in your buying decision. Look for the registration number. Buy the power. Buy Registered Angus bulls.
The latest drought status update for the western U.S. highlights abysmal snow for Arizona and New Mexico. The report indicates contributions from state climate agencies based on conditions as of March 3rd. The Southwest, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, and Nevada, experiencing another month of extremely dry conditions. Exceptional snow drought persists in Arizona and New Mexico. The upper San Juan, upper Rio Grande, and Gunnison River basins, crucial for snowmelt and runoff to the upper Colorado River basin, have low snowpack. Moderate snow drought continues in northern and central Cascade ranges in Washington, and a recent storm cycle improves snow drought conditions in California and Nevada. Overall, 62% of the western U.S. have below median snow water equivalent as of early March. Colorado River Basin faces acute impacts for poor snow cover, and Alaska has been very dry. Anchorage recording its driest February on record, and large areas are nearly snow-free. Forecast models suggest a colder and wetter pattern for the western U.S. for the next few weeks. potentially offering late season snow accumulation. It'll likely be monitored due to the dry conditions from the meteorological winter season. And the National Wheat Foundation accepting entries for its 10th annual yield contest after record participation last year. In 2025, 28 national winners will be named as wheat growers aim for high yield, quality, and profit using innovative strategies. Winter wheat entries due May 15th, spring wheat August 1st, in categories for irrigated and dryland winter wheat, irrigated and dryland spring wheat, and digital yield category for dryland winter wheat in select states, and dryland spring wheat in others. National winners can receive a 2026 Commodity Classic trip to San Antonio and additional cash rewards for top quality wheat. You can find out more and register on the NWF contest website. I'm Todd Mitchell, pinch hitting on the Dakota Farm and Ranch Report.
KFYR, your ag authority.
Our iHeartRadio Music Awards are coming back Monday, March 17th on Fox.
Celebrating the music and artists you've loved on iHeartRadio over the past year and giving you an exclusive first look at the biggest new songs coming in the summer of 25.
Bad Bunny, Billie Eilish,
Glorilla, Gracie Abrams,
Kenny Chesney,
Money Long,
Nelly.
Your host, LL Cool J.
Watch live on Fox Monday, March 17th, starting at 7 p.m.
And listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
That moment you realize you're not having a hot flash? That's a not flash. Having a not flash means fewer hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause. This moment is brought to you by 100% hormone-free Vioza. Vioza is a prescription treatment for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known as VMS, or hot flashes and night sweats due to menopause. The reduction in the number and severity of hot flashes is based on clinical studies measuring efficacy at 4 and 12 weeks. Vioza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Vioza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Vioza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ready to experience more not flashes? Ask your doctor about Vioza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or visit askaboutvioza.com. That's askaboutvioza.com.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Oh yeah, it's my favorite new thing.
But did you know that you can make almost anything a preset? Your favorite local station, sure, but your favorite podcast, that amazing playlist you made for free, even iHeart stations you can't get on the radio, like Alt 2K, Indie Radio, and Smells Like the 90s.
That's a game changer.
Whatever you choose, it's as easy as a tap to make a preset. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
And now from North Dakota's News Authority, Todd Mitchell, KFYR Radio News.
A Colorado low will likely bring impactful winter weather to central and eastern portions of the northern plains. A mix of rain, freezing rain, and snow. A few thunderstorms, even a possibility. Isolated to scattered severe storms over eastern South Dakota and southern Minnesota. Meanwhile, strong northwest winds are expected today through tomorrow. That may bring some blowing snow impact. Then, by Sunday, near seasonable temps and clearing skies. For Bismarck, AccuWeather calling for cloud cover, windy, couple of afternoon showers, 44. Periods of snow tonight, an inch or two, and locally damaging winds, 19. Wind gusting past 40 tomorrow. Sunshine, 36. More cloud cover Sunday, 45. Monday, 53. We level off Tuesday back down to 36. Bismarck officials considering their legal options for mandating the reopening of Bismarck's River Road Bike Trail. Authorities this week tasking city staffers with finding legal means to mandate the trail's renaissance after it was closed to accommodate the new Pier 4 railroad bridge over the Missouri River. Sources say city commissioners instructed staff to explore options for requiring the reopening of River Road Bike Trail. Currently, the bridge is set to remain closed for the duration of the project. North Dakota moving ahead with a plan to help keep children safe. State lawmakers voting unanimously to pass the Uniform Child Abduction Prevention Act. Proponents say the law grants one parent the power to go to court if they fear their partner may take a child without permission and refuse to return them. Different versions of the measure are currently in force in about a dozen U.S. States. State lawmakers working on legislation to fund foreign language curriculum to younger students in North Dakota public schools. Authorities say if enacted, Senate Bill 2275 will award annual grants of up to $2,500 to schools that teach foreign languages beginning in kindergarten running through third grade. Proponents say learning languages is easiest the earlier the curriculum is offered. A jury will soon determine whether Jeffrey Simpson fired at a SWAT team in self-defense or to avoid being arrested on domestic violence charges. Testimony wrapped up yesterday. In his attempted murder trial, the 31-year-old chose not to take the stand in his own defense. His attorneys did not call any witnesses. Prosecutors played a 42-minute interview in court yesterday. Simpson was in his work van when an undercover SWAT team and unmarked vehicles boxed him in. The officers were dressed in plain clothes but wearing police vests and were attempting to arrest him for domestic violence-related charges. The confrontation escalated when police fired a less than lethal round as Simpson exited the van. He responded by firing 3 shots before his gun jammed. Simpson maintained he did not realize the people shooting at him were police, but Agent Shelby Franklin of the North Dakota Bureau of Criminal Investigation testified Simpson gave multiple versions of what he heard before opening fire. Closing arguments set for this morning. If convicted, he faces up to 20 years in prison on 4 counts of attempted murder and 3 counts of reckless endangerment. He previously pled guilty to several domestic violence-related charges. Sentencing on those will be determined after the trial. New information surfacing related to former Senator Doug Larson's tragic death. Reports show the plane crash that killed the 47-year-old, his wife, and 2 of his 3 children were likely caused by darkness and disorientation. Larson was piloting his private single-engine plane when it crashed into a hillside shortly after takeoff from Canyonlands Regional Airport back in October 2023. And Minot paratransit riders are now required to certify themselves. City Transit began receiving federal funding through the Federal Transit Administration. Riders must complete an application for certification along with a release form, granting permission for city staff to contact a rider's medical provider to continue services. Iffy weather today, but the big stuff is going to miss Bismarck Mandan. Your KFYR AccuWeather forecast is coming up.
Take charge of your health with Sanford Health.
The new iHeart app.
This is the one app you need.
Love my presets. The preset feature is dynamite. Love it.
And I've been telling all my friends about it. They're on the app.
Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from
we can be twinsies
to
how was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom.
Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
Vaporize your cold with NyQuil VapoCool. It's NyQuil plus a rush of Vicks vapors. Whoa. NyQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing, nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, fever, best sleep with a cold medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Here's your AccuWeather forecast. Clouds windy and cooler. Couple of showers around for the afternoon. A high 44. Windy and cold tonight. Periods of snow. We could get 1 to 2 inches. Winds will be locally damaging. Low tonight at 19. Those winds gusting past 40 miles per hour tomorrow. Sunny and cold. High 36. Clouds and a bit milder on Sunday. The high at 45. For weather anytime, check out AccuWeather.com and download the free app today. With your AccuWeather forecast, I'm Steve Williams.
8:30 in Bismarck, West wind at 12. Dakota Mornings with Michael Bell after 9. More with Glunz and K at the 701. Move the L over.
The new iHeart app.
This is the one app you need.
Love my presets. The preset feature is dynamite. Love it.
And I've been telling all my friends about it. They're on the app.
Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
At Wells Fargo, we know what got you into your business. Whether it's manufacturing, running a restaurant, or your business from home. What you didn't get into your business for was banking. But luckily, Wells Fargo offers business checking, payments, and lending all in one place, in your neighborhood and on our app, so you can focus on doing what you love. Wells Fargo, you're good at business, we're good at business banking. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/business. Terms apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Switching to Shopify helps you sell smarter at every stage of your business. Take full control of your brand with your own custom online store.
Wow, looks amazing.
Find more customers with our easy-to-use marketing tools.
Piece of cake.
and let the best converting checkout on the planet do its thing. Whatever your stage, businesses that grow with Shopify. Switch to Shopify today for a $1 a month trial at shopify.com/Pandora. Shopify.com/Pandora.
EasyCater. It's all the food for your workplace, all in one place. With over 100,000 restaurants nationwide on one platform. Whether you need food for company meetings or events, daily employee lunches, or your next lunch and learn, EasyCater makes food for work, work. And it doesn't stop at lunch. With EasyCater, you've got great breakfast options, snacks, treats, and more. Whenever and wherever work happens, EasyCater's here to make the food happen. Order now at easycater.com.
You may want to be sitting down for this. ADT, a leader in home security, is teaming up with Google, a leader in technology, for a deal that's twice as nice. That's twice the peace of mind, twice the next-gen protection. Now you can stand up. With this deal, you can keep tabs on your home from virtually anywhere. Go for a run or a date night, or just stay home and feel the protection wash over you. Cozy, right? Get all the details at ADT.com. When every second counts, count on ADT.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go feel like a breeze in the new Ford Explorer. Make tough tasks look easy with the powerful performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years. Or take your adventures in the great outdoors to a whole new level with our built wild family of Ford Broncos. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait, get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
As a business owner, you need a banking partner that's sized right to keep pace with your business. Work with Bremer Bank. Put us to work for you today at bremer.com.
Skipping cold and flu season is plan A. But if you do get sick, be prepared for plan B with Kleenex lotion tissues. Kleenex lotion tissues moisturize skin, helping prevent the added discomfort of red, irritated skin on top of your cold and flu symptoms. So this cold and flu season, grab Kleenex lotion tissues. Visit Kleenex.com to learn more and buy now. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
The iHeart Podcast Award goes to... Our 2025 iHeart Podcast Award winners have been announced.
Discover the must-listen podcasts that are setting trends and shaping culture, including 2025 Podcast of the Year winner, Las Culturistas with Matt Rogers and Bowen Yang.
That's why we do it, is to keep you guys laughing and hopefully inform you with our half-informed takes.
Comedy, crime, news, science, tech, and much more.
Listen to all of the winners now when you search Podcast Awards on the free iHeart app.
842 KFYR 550 Guns of the 701, and Clay is here.
I am. We're too busy BSing, aren't we?
Yeah, we never really went anywhere. We've been here the whole time. Well,
everybody could hear what we talked about. Yeah.
Everything from Sam Kinison to...
Yes. Some people just like, who? And some are like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to say. In this demographic, I'm sure more are going, yeah. And a few are going, oh, hey, he's too strong.
Oh, my goodness.
Some of the stuff he says is just awful.
Do you remember Dice?
Oh, yeah. Well, I saw
era.
Dice in Vegas, and I was sitting in the kind of upper corner of the floor seating. So he walks by and he bumps my shoulder as he's rounding the corner, and I'm like, what the? Oh, it's Dice. I better let this go.
It's just a nursery rhyme, right?
Because then he did have a guy thrown out of there.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if it was staged or not. It could easily have been a stage thing, for shtick. For all I know, it was just a roadie or his manager or something. But I realized, though, if I would have, gone, hey, quit bumping me, you jerk, or whatever, then I would have been the guy thrown out. And, then my then girlfriend would have gone, oh, yeah, you had to be a jerk and get thrown out of a Dice show. What's wrong with you? But,
I don't know. That would be I don't know if that's a badge of honor or you're really messed up.
Well, in this day and age, it'd be a badge of honor because 3 people would have it on their phones, and you'd be able to see the thing from 3 different angles, and it'd be great.
And you go viral and go, yeah, I just got my Dice. Anyway,
but
for all you who don't understand this, go look up the Andrew Dice Clay, and you'll understand exactly what we're talking about.
13, 14 years before now, yeah, you wouldn't have had everybody with phones. You'd have phones, but maybe the occasional still photo, but that would be the best you could hope for. By the way, if you want some old Andrew Dice Clay, using a couple of episodes of MASH.
Really?
Andrew Silverstein. Yeah, he wasn't Dice.
No.
It was 120 degrees, and he had the black leather on in Korea. How funny would that have been?
That would have been hilarious, actually.
But Andrew Silverstein, so go ahead and look him up there.
There you go.
All right. Well, I suppose we were getting on topic here, huh? They can't give us paychecks otherwise.
I mean, we are guns in the 701, so I suppose we better do that.
Well, I would tend to think that Andrew Dice Clay would be a big supporter of the Second Amendment.
I would imagine. I've never checked it out, but I would have to think that he would be, honestly. But you know what? Now you gave me some homework over the weekend.
Okay. You want the proof that he would be a Second Amendment supporter? The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. Watch the movie.
Oh, that's great.
He had the gun up his sleeve, man.
We're definitely not going down that rabbit hole, 2 Girl Scouts. But anyway. That's all I'll say.
We only needed to be held.
There's a whole bunch of people going, what are they talking about? I actually own that movie, Todd.
Do you? Oh,
man.
Man.
You can still buy them on DVDs,
Yeah.
Yeah, I do own that one.
I've got it in the collection. I mean, that's one of those that
even have a player still. So I don't stream everything.
Wow. I suppose you have a VHS still hooked up.
I have one. I don't have it hooked up, but I still own a working one.
I got a whole milk crate full of beta tapes, but I haven't had anything that's worked in 20-some odd years. So.
Yeah, the last beta thing I seen was in a pawn shop in Rapid City when I was down there for stock show, and they called it vintage. They wanted, I think, almost what they costed new back when they were released.
Oh. So. See, they weren't such a bad investment after all.
Yeah, vintage.
I gotta get one and find that crated tapes, because one of them's got Rush Limbaugh and Joy Behar as guests on whatever late night show, and they set them up as a blind date.
He told me about that.
It's still Rush Limbaugh and Joy Behar. Could you imagine The View and then having Rush Limbaugh walk onto the set?
Oh, that would be the most watched episode they've ever had.
Tomorrow on The View, Rush Limbaugh. Okay, now all of a sudden everybody says, well, I got to watch The View tomorrow.
Yeah, that one would definitely be one. We'd probably live stream it and then put it on our platform.
Exactly. See, you can get guys to watch The View. It just takes the right guest, that's all. And the right drama. And
absolutely.
Who's going to get, who's going to run off the set crying first. And all that
and Rush would have been a total gentleman because he just was.
Exactly. He was when him and Joy Behar were set up on this bogus. It was just a shtick, just a skit, obviously. But still, Joy couldn't even play along with this, just for irony's sake. It's like, don't take yourself so seriously, Joy, for crying out loud.
Yes.
It's kind of funny how you get people named Sunny and Joy, which sound like happy names,
but they're not.
They're not happy people.
Angry, crazy libs. There you go.
Exactly. How can you be that angry with those names? Come on, you guys. 848 and KFYR's Clay and Guns to the 701. Judge finds. Oh, wait a minute. I'm skipping stories here. Sorry.
Well, you can go to. I don't care.
All right.
Well, time for one more.
I can't get anything straight today. Michael better hope I get my act together by 9 o'clock when he comes on, or Lord knows what he might be doing while I'm pushing buttons here. Judge finds no probable cause to search a 17-year-old carrying a pistol. Because it's a 17-year-old carrying a pistol. What more do you need to know?
Yeah, exactly. We were just talking about the 18 to 20-year-olds. Well, this judge is interesting. This happened around a Jack-in-the-Box officer. He responded to a suspicious person. And remember, this is downtown Houston in Texas. I think you're born with a gun in Texas. They just put one in your hand when you're born. But anyway, the officer went ahead and responded, started questioning him, and found out that he was carrying. There was a guy that had a knife in hand. It sounded like this kid and his brother were selling waters outside. Now, I don't know what the backstory is of that. Guy with a knife rushed him, and the 17-year-old pulled out his pistola and shot him. So,
wow.
It was, someone comes at you with a knife. I guess I'd defend myself, too. I mean, I definitely would not stand there and take it. Of course, the officer, after he talked to the kid, found out he's 17 years old. They arrested him for a criminal possession of a handgun, okay? And that's pretty standard, honestly, that you can't possess one or carry one. I think just about every state has that on its books. But the guy's name is Judge David Fleischner. And from what we understand, as I looked into him, he kind of has a different take on stuff. And his response, like I said, was interesting to say the least. He goes, he, meaning the young man, he's going to the defense of others. And when you will look at the court case itself, he made it real clear. He said that the lawyer, tried to give a whole different scenario, but he basically said, listen, he's an adult. He has the right to defend himself, and that the limitations or exemption does not carry over because you have a fundamental right as a United States citizen to defend yourself. Now, I don't know. Like I said, there's laws all over just about every state that ban possession and carrying of a handgun by anybody under the age of 18. Of course, they've got the new mandates that are going to probably be stricken down many times for 18 and 20 years for an enhanced background check. But I do like what the judge said, and he comes out of a court that's been, actually hasn't been as pro-Second Amendment as a guy thinks, but he's been pretty good, but he's had a few other things in that district court. So I really thought this was an interesting one. 17 years old. I don't know the whole backstory. Is the kid a good kid? I don't know. But I thought it was an interesting story to point out that we do have judges out there that look at a case and they go case by case and say, listen, yeah, he maybe broke the law, but he was defending himself and his brother. And to me, that's a good thing to see because the judge can say, nope, common sense is going to prevail here, and we're not going to arrest him. And he threw the case out, said there was no probable cause for the officer to even search the kid. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see where this goes.
So they'll probably never remake the movie Back to School, because how in the world are you going to cast this?
Say it!
Just saying. You can't possibly recast that. My thanks to my neighbor
Great
Tom
movie,
for
by
sending
the
me the shot of him. That was just so epic. All right, and real quick, Fifth Circuit gives Trump an opportunity to act on suppressors.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting case. It's USA versus Peterson. So the three-judge panel in the Fifth Circuit said that silencers were not arms defined by the text of the Second Amendment. Of course, this has been back and forth in many courts lately. This is a great opportunity, though, that when they called for the en bloc, which mainly makes it go before the entire Fifth Circuit panel, Pam Bondi has a great opportunity in the Trump administration to go out now and defend this, because we've had other court rulings already that say that suppressors are protected by the Second Amendment. This is going to be a good case to watch and get involved. They could file some amicus briefs in support of that position. And I think that this would be a great way. I mean, we can't get anything done, it seems like, in Congress right now to remove them from the NFA, even though there's two bills out there. This would be a great way to just end it, get it through the court system, and rule in favor and have suppressors removed from the National Firearms Act, and you'd be able to have them without the $200 extortion tax is what I call it. So, yeah, I'm going to be watching this case. I think it's a great one, and it's a really good opportunity.
Clay Pearson, Guns of the 701. When's the new stuff hit?
Oh, right after this, I'll get this up on iHeart Radio, iHeart app. Go and check it out, Guns on the 701. And, of course, every Thursday night right now during Lent, because I like to go to our Lenten services. So we're Thursday nights at 7 o'clock Mountain, 8 o'clock Central in the evening. And, by the way, March 29th, we have our Steel Challenge with open sights coming up.
Oh, that's right.
It's going to be on the Hondo Range, as I call it, out on the east or on the west side of Mandan. If you need directions or are interested, just get a hold of us. Go to guns@gunsandthe701.com and contact us. That's the easiest way. So, all right.
With all the post-preacher era Sam Kinison you've been listening to all your life, you better be going to those services.
I'd have to go, don't I?
Just saying. All right, Clay, take care. 8:54. And just a quick few to note here.